You said about the signing with the Knicks that it was like one big family, and that was a big factor in this. And quite literally, your dad is on the staff. Leon Rose represented you. Leon, his first client was your dad. How much did that familiarity play a factor in all this outside the contract? And we're going to talk about the contract, but how much of that did played a factor in this?
It did. It played a lot. It's like I don't think I'll ever have an opportunity to have something like this happen ever again. I think it's very unique. I think it's probably never been done like this way. So like, I'm really excited for that. I truly believe that like having like my dad, Tibbs, guys who've pushed me ever since I was a kid. I remember talking to Tibbs when I was like a younger kid, like in high school in 8th grade when I was working out in the gym in Chicago. He said, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, and this, and he's like pushing me the same way that my dad would push me. And like this guy, I just once I kind of saw that, and as I grew older and saw like myself maturing and seeing what he was doing as I got older, like they wanted the best for what was best for me, and so it had a large impact on my decision. And obviously being close to home helps as well, but it's pretty special.
What do you think your sort of initial adjustment is going to be, sort of playing for Tibbs now after this history with him, because he's just coached you as family for all these years, but now it's a little bit different. It's a little more formal.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be different. I mean, it's the same thing with my dad. He's never really coached me as a coach. Like he's always been like a trainer / mentor in the basketball sense. Honestly, I'm excited for it because this is a different type of accountability. Like they know I'm a type of person who likes to be coached and likes to be pushed. And so to have someone like that where you can possibly cross lines, but knowing that it's all out of love and all out of respect. I mean, they know what type of person I'm, like how I am, how I'm made up. And so I don't think I'll have to worry about anything like that, but I just know that they're going to push me. They're going to try to get the best out of me.
Have you and your dad talked about this? Have you talked about sort of what this relationship is going to look like, if anything's going to change now that he will be formally your coach in the NBA?
A little bit, but I mean, I've always trusted my dad. I've always trusted in everything he's helped me accomplish. I think the coolest thing ever is that whenever my dad says something about me and my career, so if you do this, you can achieve this. No, if you if you work this hard, like in high school, if you work this hard, you can become All-American. If you do this, you can win a championship in college. Like everything, he's always set goals. Said if you do this, this is going to happen. And 99% of the time, I can't think of one time where he said like didn't actually come true. So like, how do you kind of go away from that?
Right. And what's he saying now about this Knicks thing?
We're still talking about it. No,
we're still talking about it. Okay.
We're still talking about it. Like we make goals every year. Not just me and him, but me and my family. We make goals, and usually it's team oriented, but if the team does well, then individually, like you have some success as well.
I was thinking about you coming back to the East Coast as well, and obviously the aforementioned relationships you have within the Knicks, but also just being back on the East Coast, winning 2 national championships at Villanova. I think you won 2 Big East titles in the Garden. Have you?
Should have been 3.
Yeah, should have been 3. Have you Google mapped how long it takes to get from New York City to your Jersey Shore house?
Of course, come on, man. That's like one of the first things I've done. That was one of the first things I've done for sure.
But did all of that? I mean, I'm sure that the ties with the relationships, the contract, the fact that it's New York City, it feels to me, and knowing you and knowing how important it is to be around the place where you had so much success and where you have, physical ties as well. It seems like that made it sort of the perfect situation. Like, it wasn't like you were going to the West Coast or somewhere north in the middle of the country. You're literally going back to the region where you've experienced success, where you have all of this this tie.
Right. Yeah, it's like the physical ties are there. Like, my grandparents lived in Long Island. Now, when I was a kid, I had like a little tyke soup in the middle of the kitchen with little Knicks stickers all over the floor in my grandparents' house, like shooting a little tyke soup while my dad's probably playing an away game. Like, all that stuff is like kind of coming full circle, and it's like really cool that like now I'm like on the team where my dad I'm pretty sure enjoyed most of his time, and but it's surreal. It's something that like it's a special moment. It's unique, and I'm just ready for like all that stuff to kind of like die down. So when it comes to like work and stuff, I'm not thinking about, this is like a special moment for me. Like, no, like it's now it's like business, and like now I'm ready to go. But like as of right now, like, it's still like the coolest thing ever.